So, in the context of the framework program, I'd like to remind everyone that framework program 7 has a budget of 55 billion euros, with 32 billion euros that are dedicated to what is called the cooperation program, with a series of thematic areas, including health, but also information and communication technology, nanoproduction, energy, transport, socioeconomic sciences, and so on and so forth. A very large part of our cooperation program is dedicated to health, and as you can see, it is the second largest area after the information and communication technologies. If you are looking at what is this collaborative research in the health theme, the main policy drivers are, as you can imagine, improving the health of the European citizens, increasing competitiveness of European health-related industries and businesses, and addressing global health issues, including emerging epidemics. And our budget for this 7 years program running to 2013 is 6.1 billion euros. Moving to what is the Innovative Medicine Initiative and how it's relating to the cooperation program, I would like to remind those that may not be as familiar with this particular initiative that it is a public-private partnership, whereas the European Commission is putting in 1 billion euros in cash contribution, and FPA is participating with a similar amount, 1 billion euros in kind contribution. So a little bit of history for those who may be curious how this idea came to life. In 2000, Lisbon's strategy was to make Europe most competitive and dynamic knowledge-based economy by 2010. We are almost there. There are only less than 2 months to 2010. So obviously something needed to be done. And as you can see, it is an idea that started a long time ago. In 2004, industry-led European technology platforms developed strategic research agenda addressing bottlenecks to competitiveness. In 2007, the 7th Framework Program for Research establishes the European Research Council and joint technology initiatives. Last year, in 2008, there is the establishment of the joint undertakings to implement these joint technology initiatives. And obviously this year, earlier this year, we know that with the appointment of the executive director that came in the month of September, and then as of actually yesterday night, the autonomy of IMI joint undertaking, this road that started many years ago can actually become a reality. So, the Council regulation of December 2007 established a joint undertaking for the implementation of the Joint Technology Initiative on Innovative Medicines. And at the end of the day, we may ask, what is that we would like to accomplish? And obviously, here are some of the answers. The long-term public-private partnership in research at the European level. Of course, we have underlined the public-private partnerships, but another point that should be underlined is at the European level. So we expect that participants from as many countries as possible will actually apply for the projects that are in our calls. Also, we would like to have coordinated research efforts responding to industry needs. Because at the end of the day, we are doing a lot of research at the university level, at the SME level, but we need to involve our industries in order to bring those ideas to products, to new drugs, to new therapies for our patients, to the market. Focus on fields of high industrial and policy relevance. Obviously, the new approach to financing R&D with this new element of FP7 for research, technological development, and demonstration activities. Obviously, I gave the example of IMI, but as you may know, we have other joint undertakings, 5 currently, established in the areas not only of medicine, but also energy, aeronautics, IT, and electronics. So, what do we expect as results from IMI? The first one is obviously the support of pre-competitive pharmaceutical research and development in order to accelerate the development of safer and more effective medicines for patients. In correlation, a modernization of the drug development process via new approaches, methods, and technologies, better use of research results and data, and more skilled staff. And at the end, or maybe the most important, to foster the collaboration between all stakeholders, industry, academia, patient organizations, public authorities, including regulators, and in one of the projects, actually, from the first call, IMI is a partner, clinical centers, and so on and so forth. All with the goal of addressing the challenges in the development process of drugs rather than aiming to deliver new medicine immediately. Obviously, that this process at the end of the day will create a number of drugs, a number of new medicines, a number of new technologies, but not focusing from the very beginning on one single drug or one single technology or medicine, but taking a much broader approach from the beginning. So one call for proposals will be published every year. These calls are open to all European countries. Applicants have to form consortia with at least 2 independent legal entities eligible for funding. As all the projects where the Commission is involved, IMI has a peer review process. If you don't want to participate as a member of a consortia, you may consider participating as an expert, and there is a database of experts specifically for IMI. I would like also to remind you that once a year IMI organizes a stakeholders forum in order to communicate about progress on projects and other activities, and also to give the stakeholders the opportunity to provide input and feedback. And some of you have participated yesterday. Representative in member states actively supporting IMI, the state's representative group, whereas one representative from each EU member state and country associated to FP7 are invited, and one of those forums took place yesterday.